Welcome to the Innovation Portal demonstration video on building portfolio pages. We're going to be adding text, graphics, and video to some portfolio pages, and also taking a look at the resources within the Innovation Portal related to the rubric and the scored samples to help you build a really great portfolio. Once you log into your account, and we're assuming that you've created an account and created a new portfolio, you can go ahead and open your blank portfolio. The portfolio defaults to the cover page, and then if you picture a 3-ring binder in front of you with the tabs kind of sticking out of it, A, B, C, D, on down the line, you can access different portions of the portfolio by going to those tabs. We're going to edit the front page by clicking the edit icon, and when you do that, it's the same for each one of the tabs. You're taken to the edit mode. Over on the left, you get some text editing tools along with a tool for inserting a video that we'll be using in a little bit. And as you mouse over each one, it tells you what it does. We're going to grab the second one down called the paragraph tag, so drag and drop it onto the portfolio page and it gives you a text box. If you click inside the text box twice, it will activate the edit mode, and you can type text directly in there, or you can cut and paste from another source. And then you can use the tool bar to change the color or the size or the font if you'd like. Changing the size of the text box reorients the text and keeps it kind of stacked on top of each other, so you can build little elements of your portfolio. It's a total freeform editor. What you see is what you get. The lines around the outside of the page represent an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. So if you were to print this from your printer, it would be the text and everything would be exactly where it would be on an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. So we've cut and pasted some other text here, changing the size of some of the text, and then to align text is quite easy. If you move the boxes together, they kind of snap. They don't force you to align, but they do have a little snap to grid kind of function in them. So that's how you add some text using paragraph tags. To add some graphics, we're going to go to the Media Center. We're going to click that button and open it up. And we're going to pull over a folder here with some files in it. You can just drag the files into the Media Center. So basically you have to upload them into your portfolio, and then once they're uploaded, then you can drag them and resize them onto your screen. You don't have to go one at a time. You can do a batch load. We can do select all and drag them all over, or kind of enslave 4 like we just did here and drag them up, and then they will upload into the Media Center. This includes documents, pictures, PNG, JPEG files, Word documents, spreadsheets, those kinds of things. And we'll be inserting these things onto the page to show you how that's done. So once our images upload, or we're free to use them, we can again move each of the elements that we added to a page around. We'll drag a picture from the Media Center onto the portfolio page and then close the Media Center. And then you can resize the picture and then move it around to where it seems to look good. And again, you can use the kind of snap function to align text or align the pictures to the text like we're doing here. You can drag the box sideways and move things down, get it to look just the way you want it. There is no save button. Every few microseconds that you let off the mouse, the system saves for you, so you don't have to keep clicking save. And we're going to put another picture here and throw some other pictures on the screen as we go, a little schematic. If you have scans of your notebook files, anything that will help you tell the story of your design. As you move your way down the page, if you need another page, you just click Add Page, and if you didn't need that page, you can go to the bottom and remove that page. And it won't accidentally delete a page if there's content on it. It won't let you delete a page that you've created. So we'll just add a few things here, move things around a little bit, another text box, another pie chart here. And then as you go to the top, again, we're going to move some things around. We're going to take a look at deleting something. If you click a text box and you didn't really want that text box, a little trash can appears to the right. So if you click twice, the little trash can appears and you can delete that. Same thing with the pictures, the little trash can next to it will take that away. And then you can go back into the Media Center and pull it back out if you need it. We're making room here so we can drag and drop a movie. I've gone to YouTube and found I've uploaded a video, or a team has uploaded a video of their project, so we're going to just copy and paste the URL right here. So Control C, and then I'll slide that out of the way, and then we're going to drag the insert video button on there and then paste that URL right there, and this creates an iframe right inside the right inside the portfolio page. To move the video itself around, you have to actually grab it around the edges, because clicking anywhere in the video area will actually start playing the video. So if you need to move it, you grab around the edges, around the frame. See, there's a little white space around there. And you can also resize the iframe to whatever looks good on your portfolio page. A viewer of your work can just watch the video at the size it is on your page, or they can use the YouTube or Vimeo things to enlarge it and turn up the volume and those kinds of things. So that's how you insert text and graphics and videos. Let's take a look at some of the resources we mentioned to help you build a good or a really good entry. The rubric is connected to each one of the little tabs on the side, lettered A through N. And here we're looking at presentation and justification of the problem. One of the pull-down menus that we just opened asks some reflective questions about what should go on there, derived right from the rubric. And you can see what a 1, 2, 3, and 4 looks like. Sliding over to the Learning Center, we can take a look at some scored examples. These examples have been scored by dozens of university professors teaching design as part of the National Science Foundation grant associated with the development of this rubric. And here you can see an older version of the Innovation Portal logo, but you can see some examples of what a dozen professors looked at and said, okay, this is a 2, this example, and this is why it's a 2. So we'll scroll down, and we'll take a look at the actual entry down here and see what the students put there. So you can get an idea of what a 2 looks like, a 3 looks like, if these examples exist online. So we're going to jump back into the portfolio, and we're going to take a look at some of the elements along or some of the functionality along the top of the bar there. So we'll pull some text out, we'll create a couple of paragraphs here, add a problem statement like we would for A, resize it a bit, and things like that. So the general idea is you looking at the rubric. This is the same rubric that any judges scoring any of the competitions on the Innovation Portal will use, word for word, so that you get the same rubric up front that they will be using to evaluate the work in the end. And then you have these scored examples to try to look at and extrapolate what your entries should look like. Here we went to the Media Center and we pulled out a document. Now documents don't load, they load as a link in the Innovation Portal, so you'd have to create some text to say to your readers, go ahead and click this and you can download and view this link. So in this case it's a PDF file, and we'll grab the text box and kind of line it up so it looks nice, and then we can put different kinds of files on here, Word documents, those kinds of things. You have to be a little bit careful about the version of Word that you upload, and if your judges have an older version of Word, then they won't be able to open it, but PDFs are a pretty good way to share information. And here is an example. If you click on it in view mode, you can see the document, back up to the portfolio, and continue to read down. So if you were a judge or a teacher or somebody looking at this work, you could access these files because they're uploaded just like graphics. All right, we'll scroll into the Media Center here, and we'll add, we'll add a spreadsheet, and we'll kind of align the text. Again, aligning text is easy. You just kind of snap it all into place there. And then the easiest way to get out of edit mode is to click on another tab and then come back. It will throw you out of edit mode into view mode for the other tab, and then back into the view mode of the tab you were just on. So you just click to another letter and then click back, and you can be right there in view mode. So we're going to click the B, and then B throws us down here, and we can just click back into A, and we can see what it looks like to everybody who would be viewing it. All right, we're going to look at the one more example of how to get to the scored elements without having to jump away from your portfolio. If we have a scored example, we don't have a full set of 0 through 5 for each of the letters yet, but we're working on those. But if the scored example exists, you can simply access it right there at the bottom. If it doesn't exist, there is a little message saying we don't have no scored example exists for this score point at the moment. So it's another way to access that information. All right, let's take a look at the functionality along the top. There's some more basic stuff, what snapshots, reviews, and things like that. We've already used the My Portfolio button where we can invite somebody. If you push the little printer button, you'll get you can print your document and take a look at it. And here it just generates a print preview, excuse me. And you can, if you have a function to print a PDF, you can save a copy of your entire file. Obviously, the links and things won't work, but onto your desktop and kind of get a physical copy of your portfolio that way. We're going to take a look at snapshots. Snapshots, like the name implies, will take a complete copy of your portfolio as it looks at the minute you create the snapshot. This is a good way because the portfolio is a very fluid document. As you and your partners build over time, you can take snapshots of week 1, week 3, week 6. We can't version back to one of those, but you can go back and look at what it looked like, and you can rebuild it that way if you like it, or you can kind of have an idea of what your progress is, and you can keep these snapshots and take them anytime you'd like. So it's a tool to help you build a portfolio over time. To invite somebody to review your portfolio, a mentor, say, or your teacher, you can simply click Invite Reviewer. And this will send them an email. You can send them an email message and say, would you please review my portfolio? We talked about it over email, that kind of thing. And you can invite somebody to review your portfolio that way. Here we're looking at the opportunities that are available, and more come all the time, so go back to the opportunities available to you. There's one way to get at it right there on that link, and look at those as often as you can. On the right, we'll go over to My Reviews, and these are the reviews you would have done for somebody else. So you can always, if you are in the role of a mentor or a teacher, when you've done a review, you get to keep a copy of it, and so does the students or the person whose work you reviewed. So there you have it. Those are the major functions, the introductory functions anyway, of the Innovation Portal and building new pages. Good luck, and look out for more tutorial videos.